And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team. His bat's been...
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Bryce Miller. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is a good offense, Chris. You're going to get quality at bats and balls put in play consistently with this group.
And it doesn't really matter who they're facing on the mound. They have the ability to go out and compete and win ball games. If it's an all-star or Cy Young Award winner to just a rookie up in the big leagues. So when you have that, you have a chance to win every night. If I was a pitcher on this team, I'd feel pretty good about taking the mound for him.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. And he can't come up with it. Around first and hustling for second. Still finds a way to get off a throw. But he's in there easily.
He's been swinging it really well lately. A little bit out in front of that off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate. But he did just enough to drop it in fair down the line.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Back in Seattle, getting the nod in this one, Trey Savage. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that's a foul ball.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Guerrero. And that'll do it. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. And there's a foul ball. Struck him out looking. So up next, Dalton Varsho. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 1-0. Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Over to Lowe. And there are 2 outs. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two outs. Got him swinging. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Breaking ball misses down and away. And the next pitch is way outside. Stays alive. Out towards right center field. Rooker hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Oswaldo Cabrera up next for the Mariners. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Line drive. Guerrero the toss to first. That takes care of Kiner. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. High fly ball down the left field line. Arozarena on his horse. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. And he chases that one. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's Andres Jimenez. Lined, and that's a base hit.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hand.
Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Jimenez around second, on his way to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Line drive, base hit. Jimenez scores. And it's an RBI single. It's 2-0. First and second, one out. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. This one popped up. And the infield fly rule called. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. 2 on, 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Adames around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3. So digging in, Dalton Varsho. 2 outs. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. They get the force. That ends the inning. And that's down and away.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. And that's their first base runner of the game. Next to hit, Christian Encarnacion Strand.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Maybe a 2 ball, 5. To second, pulls him off the bag. He beats the throw, and they can't get the out. First and second, no outs. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Christian Vasquez.
That ball's foul.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked.
Oh, now this ball gets down, and he boots it. 1 run across. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
2 on, 1 out. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Kicks and fires. Swing and a chopper out to short. Throws to first in time. There for the out. Runner scores from third. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Swings and misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in turn. And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. Back in Seattle, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Spencer Steer. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Out to center. Rodriguez settles under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. So up next, Addison Barger. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle. Throw to first is in time.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. And he hits a ground ball right side. Sends it to first. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, but they're up 3-2. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom of the inning. And now for Seattle, Oswaldo Cabrera. Cut on and lifted in the air. Steer makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. In the air, left side. Steer turns to the right on the move. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 away. So now the DH spot, Dominic Canzone. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Rushing, gathers, throws to first, and it's in time for the third. Out to short, Kiner-Falefa. Whips it to first. And a quick out, number 1. Willie Adames stands in. Here's the pitch to Adames. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Rodriguez makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Out to short. Whips it across, and Guerrero is set down. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well.
And that one gets away at the plate. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's
hit weakly on the ground towards second. That's out number 1. And a run comes in to score.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. Next offering is in for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And that's downstairs and outside. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
And it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6, and here is Anthony Santander. Santander recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Next pitch inside, and that's ball 2.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates in the...
That hit him.
That ball hit him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Trent Thornton.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1 and 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
And that one gets past the catcher. Santander into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now at the plate, Spencer Steer. There's the swing and a miss.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So no run. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Digging in, Randy Arozarena. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Throws to second, and he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line, and there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
And that chance handled. Slings it across. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up next for the Mariners. Line drive, base hit. Arozarena flies around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 4-3. 1 down, runner at first. And now the DH, Dominic Canzone. Savage, ready to fire now. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. What a stop. Off balance feed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4th. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Colin Snyder.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
That's a base hit, and the tying run is on base.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now Andres Jimenez. And now 1-2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Snyder throws to first.
he's in there.
Clement back on a dive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Adames. And 1-2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Matt Brash getting ready to go. Miller getting loose as well. That one misses, and that's ball 2. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Paul Sewald.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That one hit to right. Corrals it. 1 away. So here's Christian Vasquez. On the ground right side. Jimenez throw to first. And Vasquez is gone. Here's Victor Robles. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it goes just foul. Cut on and missed. And it's a strikeout. And that is the... Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Shelby Miller. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing at a high fly ball right field. And there's one down. Now it's the DH, Anthony Santander. Looking to get the tying run on base. Late on that fastball.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That missed by a lot. The count now 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
I think he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away. So runner at second, 2 down. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. So the tying run at second. And a count 1-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
That's a really good take.
With the tying run at second, and we're at the top of the 8th. That one not close. 3-2 now. Spencer Steer in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count.
So they turn to their closer, Matt Brash.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores. It's 4-4.
Big RBI for him right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Really important at bat coming up now.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even now. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Burr.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
Swing and a foul out of play. 2-2. Right side, down the line, and it's foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Tied at 4. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and 1 gone.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance, and that one hops the wall. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Everything came together for him. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time. A lot riding on this next at-bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
1 ball.
With the go-ahead run at third, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And up next for Seattle, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2. In the air, left field. Squeezes it, and that ends the inning. Alejandro Kirk now at the plate. Kirk having a lot more success on the road this season. Got him! And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And it's off the wall. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
He was all over that one. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
2 down, go-ahead run in scoring position.
Well, we call that keyholing, even though it's right there and looks pretty good.
In there, got him looking, and that one. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th, Jimmy Garcia.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
Four in the 9th. Hit on the ground to short. Adames tosses across to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Christian Encarnacion Strand will hit next. Right through there for a strike. All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Christian Vasquez, the hitter. Here's a high chopper. Jimenez tosses to first, and Vasquez is gone. We're back in a new arm on the mound as we start. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's going to be Anthony Santander. big swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. One gone here. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And the batter now, Brent Rooker. Swings and misses. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Movement in the bullpen. Chris Stratton appears to be getting loose. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss. And the count is even, 2-2. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the top half of the 10th. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And he strikes out. Back here in extras. And back to the top of the order now. At the plate, Victor Robles.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's ripped into the outfield. And he'll play it on a bounce. And they're at the corners with nobody out. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite him?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical, and you want to make sure you don't waste him.
This one in the air. Jimenez settles underneath it. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get.
Barger. Tag out. And they cut down the winning run at the plate. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. That's to third. And that's just foul. And that misses off the outside edge. Hard hit right side. Fires over to Guerrero. They get the out on a Rosa. Back at T-Mobile Park. We're in extras here. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you
swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and it drops in. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Cooper Bowman. A runner at first for him, nobody out. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Now snap throw to first. Steer dives back in safely. The 1-1. Swung on, belted. This looks like extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Picks himself up an RBI. Man, that feels so good to shoot it.
Now on the bump, Jackson Kowar.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
The other way. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Kirk around third. The relay throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now a chance for Willie Adames. Backed off the plate that time. Jimenez stands at third with one gone in the inning. And that one is lifted in the air. Robles under this one. Makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. He scores on the sac fly, and it's 8-4. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. the next to hit. Out to short, Connor Falefa. To first, and Guerrero is set down. Back here in extras, and a new runner in scoring position, no outs. And now, Oswaldo Cabrera, the 2-1. In the dirt, but kept close. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. First and second, no outs. Connor Falefa digs in now. Swing and a miss.
One ball,
that is strike two. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Grounder might be two. There's one out to Guerrero, and they turn two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So they're down to the, and now this is down for a base hit. A Rosarena in to score. It's 8-5.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
In the dirt. Two outs and one in scoring position.
Full count.
This one in the dirt. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's Christian Vasquez. Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays. Jeff Hoffman on to try and close it out.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
The Mariners down to their final strike. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Tying run at the plate. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, I love the fact they didn't quit. They had to do a little extra work tonight to secure this win, but it's what you got to do over the course of a season if you want to be a championship ball club.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And taking the ball for Seattle, George Kirby. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep it.
Connor Falefa tosses to first. One out in the top of the first. Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. This one popped up right side. And that is that. End of a half inning. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Adames the throw to first. One up, one down. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. That one ripped. That's back. And out of here. Nathaniel Lowe goes deep. The Mariners strike first. It's 1-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot. Man at first with one gone. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Goes down looking. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this. Second inning set to go. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. And a swing and a miss there.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Cole hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Tap dances out of the way of that one. On the ground. Oh, nice play. Gathers and throws, and they get the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And stepping in for the Mariners, Oswaldo Cabrera. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Left field. Steer makes the grab, 1 down. And next is the designated hitter, Dominic Canzone. Center field. 2 away. 2 out, space is empty. Here's the second baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. And that one missing low. And it stays fair. So a man at first. And now for Seattle, Zach Cole. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. On to the 3rd inning. And now Spencer Steer. And a pitch. On the ground to short, Connor Falefa. Handles, throws to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Lifted in the air, right field. And there's 2 away. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his 2nd extra base hit in this one. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfect.
Swing and a ground ball. Jimenez throw to first. Rodriguez out of the play. But Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to a swing and a miss. That retires the side. All set for the start of the inning. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. And that one popped in the air, left field. Arozarena makes the grab, 1 away. So digging in, Willie Adames. Swing and a miss.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command at both locations.
In the air, out towards right center. Rodriguez sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. And that one sliced foul. The Blue Jays yet to pick up a hit here. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1-2.
Down on strikes, looking for the second straight plate appearance.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
1 out, bases empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets
on to first, and it's a 1-2-3. And we're back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Anthony Santander. And he grounds one to the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though, and that's out number 1 on a tough play. Singy, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, you know, Boog. And
runner at first with no outs here. Now, Brent Rooker. On the ground to third, might be 2. There's 1.
He's out.
Adelo. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now here is Dalton Varsho. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Off the mark there. It's 2-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Rooker hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Zach Cole up next for the Mariners. Swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Back to the top of the Seattle order. And now here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And that's down. A base hit. Runner at first with 2 away. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Not close with that one. 3-1. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And it finds its way through for a hit. The throw in. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 3-zip. First and second. 2 outs. Now the Mariners catcher. Nice grab. Back in Seattle, stepping in, Spencer Steer. The 1-1 is fouled off. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Good job to fight that one off.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. From his backside. Nicely done for the out.
What an acrobatic play right there. Knocks it down, throws from the seat of his pants, and just looks like he's playing in the backyard. He makes it look really easy.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. This one in the air, right field. Rooker puts it away for the out. Oswaldo Cabrera up next for the Mariners.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
First and second, one out. Now it's the second baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Jimenez makes the catch.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
And stepping in is the speedy Zach Cole. Adames settles under it. And that will end the inning. Mariners leave a couple, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Leading off with the Blue Jays, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Arozarena hauls it in for the out.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Arozarena going back. It's a bomb. He made him pay for that one. His 19th home run of the year. It's 3-1.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Long gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 11th of the year. It's 3-2. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs. That's legitimate power at the plate, and that's something that a lot of guys would dream of getting to. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So one out, nobody on. Anthony Santander at the plate. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Two outs. Got him swinging. But 2-round. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Eric Swanson.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Makes the grab. One down. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Next pitch is outside. This to third. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double. 3rd hit for him today.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
And it remains 2-2. Low, the runner at second with one away. Now fly ball to right center. Varsho after it. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. One left. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Colin Snyder.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Late on that fastball. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Matt Brash up and throwing. Stratton warming up as well. Got him swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Ground ball right side. Over to Lowe. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Angel Bastardo.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And the batter now, Oswaldo Cabrera. Knee high, that's in for a strike. In the air, right side, Jimenez. And there are 2 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And makes the grab. And that is the 3rd. We're back. And on the mound is the closer, Matt Brash.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
That one the other way, and foul ball. And down on strikes he goes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's Andres Jimenez. Blue Jays down a run. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
They're down to their final strike. The Jays down to their final strike. The shortstop takes the ball. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
A win on the last day of the month. You close it out with the W, but you want to carry that momentum into the next game.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping. We're here in Seattle. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long. Impressive stuff.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Logan Gilbert. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Rodriguez puts it away, and there's one down. Willie Adames stands in. That one pushed foul. The Blue Jays could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike three. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. 2 down, nobody on. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball.
And every game seems bigger once you get past the All-Star break, Boog. Some teams get paralyzed by that pressure, but the best teams rise to the moment.
Lux pulls it down, and that'll do it. And we're back. And the right-hander with the good curveball, Bowden Francis.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Way out front for strike 2.
2 strikes.
High fly ball, right field. Rooker brings it in, and there's 2 down. 2 out, space is empty. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. That one close, ruled a ball. And a count 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Top of the second, and now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. And that one hit to first. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down. So up next, Brent Rooker. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And here is Dalton Varsho. Takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
1 gone, runner at first. Next to hit, Dominic Canzone. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Adames fires over to first, and that is the inning. No run. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. So now 1-2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Crawford. Over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Dalton rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Popped up middle of the diamond. Crawford pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And next for Toronto, Cooper Bowman. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And here is Zach Cole. In there at the knees. And the count 1-2. Stays alive. Puts it in the air out towards left center. He's got it. 2 up, 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Runner takes off. Go to second, and he's safe.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second, 2 outs. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Robles at second. Kiner-Falefa on at first with 2 down. On to Jimenez. That ends the frame. Back in Seattle, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Andres Jimenez. That one at the knees for a strike. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That one lifted to left. 1 away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. Smoked into left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Well done behind the dish.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. Gone. So he goes yard to left. His 32nd of the year, and they jump out front. It's 2-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Fly ball down the line. Robles on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the third out. The Jays get a pair on this homer. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Varsho moving under it. Nabs it. And there's one away. And now it's Gavin Lux. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. And now the DH, Dominic Canzone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So here's Christian Vasquez. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. Now he launches a throw over his head. And they won't get him, and he goes first to third on the error.
Well, he just tried to force a play that wasn't there. Ends up a single and a throwing error, so now they have to deal with a runner in scoring position. You know, good communication on the field can make a big difference on a play like that.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Strike 3, got him swinging. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And a curve misses outside. 2-2. That one missed. Smoked on the ground a second. Gets it to first. One away here in the 5th. And now for the Jays, Spencer Steer. One down, base is empty. Grounded to low. He steps on the bag. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. To the right side, Lux. The throw to first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. And now a man into scoring position. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
And that's a fair ball. Cole headed for the plate. He'll score.
Oh, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
That misses. And the count is 3-1. And they're all loaded up.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
Here's the thing you'll load. Ball to strike. The pitch. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through that.
To short, could be 2. To Jimenez.
He's out.
They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position.
1 ball.
And up next for Seattle, Gavin Lux. Ground ball to the right side. He'll do it himself, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Top 6. And now for the Jays, Cooper Bowman. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Left-hand batter waits. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Willie Adames getting ready to hit. Adames hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. Runner takes off. In there for strike 3. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Shelby Miller getting loose out there. Thornton also getting ready. Man at second. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Eric Swanson.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
And now it's Christian Vasquez. Popped up, Jimenez. Hauls it in, 2 away. And now the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout inning. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Ball to strike. And a swing and a miss.
It looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Swings and misses, and the count is 1-2. On the ground, right side. Lux throws to first in time. And that quickly, 2 away.
Just 1 out away from
Shelby Miller gets the call from the pen.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Taylor Rogers.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
2 away. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one in the air center field. Varsho has this one sized up and puts the squeeze on that one. And welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Trent Thornton.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
High fly ball out towards left center. Rodriguez settles under it. Puts it away for the out. Here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. 1 out, base is empty. And strike 2. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Matt Brash, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Spire, a left-hander, also throwing. And now it's 1 and 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Here's the third baseman, Cooper Bowman. His righty-lefty splits there. 2 outs. And that one hammered back there. Gone. His first homer of the year. It's 3-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
So 2 down. Here's Andres Jimenez. In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball.
Well, on the mound, this is a spot where he's got to treat this as a clean inning. Forget about the home run. Forget about now being behind on the scoreboard. Start fresh and get those hitters back up to the plate as quickly as possible.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 3. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. It's now a 3-2 ball. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jimmy Garcia.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Not even close there. 2-1. And that skips in the dirt. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Gavin Lux. Now it's the Mariners DH, Dominic Manzone. In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called. Christian Vasquez, the hitter. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Squirts away a little bit.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Right through there for a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Got him swinging.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
2 outs, bases full. Now it's the right fielder, Victor Robles. Here comes the manager. The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Line drive, Jimenez. In plenty of time to first inning over, and it could have been worse. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead through 8 full. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gabe Spire.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and that will fall. And a good start to the inning.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Back-to-back base hits. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Right through there, got him. And that is a big first out.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and
strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat.
So they bring on the veteran, Chris Stratton.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Crawford. He's got it. Ball game. And the Mariners hold on to win a nail-biter, stranding the winning run on base.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Washington Nationals. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And on the mound here this afternoon, Trevor Williams. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Willie Adames.
Well, this club has started to lean on him. He's got 10 RBIs in his last 10 games. So this is a guy, when you need some momentum, got some runners on, you want him at the plate. He's been clutch, and he's been delivering big time.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the veteran first baseman. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Back here in Nationals Park. And towing the slab, Matt Waldron.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Steer makes the catch, and there's one gone. Next to hit for the Nats, Darren Baker. And that drops in for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the knuckleball, and it was worthwhile. And now it's Juan Yepez. And that drops in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back in Washington, D.C., Anthony Santander at the plate. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So digging in, Brent Rooker. The 1-1. That's out to center field. Hassel under it. Drops into the glove. And there are 2 outs. And now it's Dalton Varsho. 2 down, nobody on. This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 2nd, and here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. One out, bases empty. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. So 2 down now, and here is Kyle Manzardo. That's in there, and that is strike 2. Sneaks through, base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Ground ball left side onto Jimenez, and that's the inning. 1 hit. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. Dalton rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Hassel sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down. So the batting order turns over. Here's Andres Jimenez. 1-1 now. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
Hit in the air out to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now the right fielder, Alex Call. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, obviously the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience it's not a good feeling.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. This one in the air. Rushing. He's got it. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So the lineup flips over. Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals. Man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Darren Baker.
One ball.
Nunez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th, Willie Adames stands in. Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time, and they get Adames for the out. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Vlad swings, drives one deep left field. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The relay to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. 1 out. Runner at second. And now the big-time power threat, Anthony Santander. The Jays would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time. And we're back. Leading off, Juan Yepez. Next offering is in for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is. And it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Caught him looking for the K.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Varsho makes the catch. And swings through that.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Hit in the air left field. And it's caught for the out. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. And he deals to third. And that one handled. Slings to first in time. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that drops foul. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Up now for Washington, Kyle Manzardo. Swing and a ball popped up. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down. And now up for Washington, Brady House.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Now it's the right fielder, Alex Call. Swings and misses. Nats go down 1-2-3. Back here in Nationals Park. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Dalton Rushing. Hit on the ground to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Next offering is in for a strike. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the...
Well, got to pause on that thought. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. On the ground at first, Guerrero. And he takes it himself for the out. So the Nats lineup turns over. And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, Nasim Nunez. Cut on and lifted in the air. Rooker makes the grab, 2 away now. Now at the plate, Darren Baker. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs, base is empty. And down on strikes. So he cracks double digits. Top of inning number 7. And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there's one away. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 2 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
On the ground to the left. House on the run, throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutouts. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Next offering is in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Rooker under it. Makes the grab, 1 down. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. That one hammered center field. This one's got a chance. And that one is gone. He circles the bases. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for two. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Oh, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Manzardo at second with two down. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Popped up. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Nats on the board first, courtesy of this solo homer. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Jose Alvarado.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this eighth inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable with the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now here's the leadoff man for the pinch hitter coming on, Cooper Bowman.
And this is a big get back coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Making a move at first, and here's the pinch runner, Ernie Clement. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Squeezes it, and that's the third out. So coming into the game now on defense, Alejandro Kirk. He takes over behind the plate. Well, one-run game. Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now a dozen strikeouts for him in this one. So up next, Robert Hassel III. Here comes the manager out of the on the mound now, Ryan Burr.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the eighth inning. And it gets down for a base hit. Nasim Nunez digging in for the Nationals. Out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not. But off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Hassel on third. Nunez at first. One gone. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Juan Yepes. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
So bases loaded with 1-1. Swung on, popped up on the infield. And the infield fly is called. Next to hit for the Nats, Jose Tena. The 1-1 is fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That's towards center. And that will end the inning. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, DJ Hers.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Call makes the grab, one away. He's 2 outs away. And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he chases a high fastball there.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases. Really important at bat coming up now.
The tying run at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Blue Jays have just 1 out left here. And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first. In time. Ball game. And the Nationals use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series. And there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Washington Nationals. Well, Singy, he's been really up against it lately. Major struggles at the plate, but perhaps today he gets it going again.
Yeah, Boog, he needs to find his rhythm out there and just simplify his mindset in the box.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway. And starting in this one, Darius Mines.
Well, one thing for me that's a little alarming is that this guy is walking more than he's striking out. And when you've got traffic on the base paths, one mistake can put your team behind the 8 ball early in a ball game. So we'll see today if somehow he's able to reverse that trend, fill up the strike zone.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Jimenez leads off second with nobody out. That misses the zone. Ball 2.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
This one in the air. Tenna in position. He makes the grab, and there's one down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. On the ground, out to short. To first, safe. And runners at the corners after the infield single. Anthony Santander at the plate. And fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 aboard, 2 outs. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Hot shot to third. They take the force out, and that is the inning. Back in Washington, D.C., and today's starter, Cal Quantrill. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
This one lifted in the air, left field, Steer. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now, James Wood. 2 outs, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Now it's going to be Dalton Varsho. The 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. On the ground to third. House. And quickly one away in the second. So digging in, Spencer Steer. And that one is lifted in the air. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
At the plate, Dalton rushing. Tied him up on a fastball inside. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Juan Yepez. The 1-1 is fouled off. Quantrill, with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Up now for Washington, Keibert Ruiz.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
That's off the mark. Now 2-2.
2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
First and second here, no outs. Swing and a high fly ball to left. And there's one down. Jeremy De La Rosa digging in for the Nationals.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now it's going to be Brady House. That one down the line. And it's just foul. That was close. In the air out towards right center. It falls in, and that's a knock. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
That's back-to-back singles for him. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Calls it in, and there's one away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Runner on the go. Ripped to third and caught. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Nice grab on the run. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Swing and a miss. It's a ball in 2 strikes. The Blue Jays looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. On a bounce right side, Manzardo takes it himself. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 2.
Yeah, the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
Fires across the diamond. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. So 2 down now, and here is Dalton Varsho. Swings through that one.
1-2.
Blue Jays down a run. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back in Washington, D.C. And now Juan Yepez. That smash towards center. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning. And now the switch hitting catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. And he hits a ground ball right side, but that rolls foul. And that one lifted in the air center field. Varsho under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Jeremy De La Rosa digging in for the Nationals. The 1-1 is fouled off. Yepes leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Activity in the Washington bullpen. James Karinchak, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Ferrer, the lefty, warming up as well. Throws to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. Here's a high fly ball out to center. De La Rosa on his way over. Makes the grab, 2 down. Dalton Rushing now at the plate. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Quantrill ahead 1-2. Got him. Strikeout number 8. Now it's the right fielder. And here it comes. That's in there. Going to count 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So the lineup flips over, and now it's Luis Garcia. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out. Back here in Nationals Park. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's Andres Jimenez. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
He goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Willie Adames stands in. His righty-lefty splits there. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one is back. And it one-hops the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Vladdy hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Chases that one out of the zone. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Adames rounds third, headed for the plate. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 1-1.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across.
James Karinchak will take over here.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Next to hit, Brent Rooker swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. He's got it, and that is that. But they pick up one run on the RBI single, all even at one apiece. You're watching Blue Jays baseball. And the batter will be the shortstop, Jose Tena. Quattro back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Varsho snags it. One away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. So now here's the DH, Juan Yepez.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Down the right field line. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Keibert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay. Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Alvarado.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Got him swinging.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Everything came together for him. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late. You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put them in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two on, one out. On the ground, 2 ball. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. On the ground, and it stays fair. In to score is the runner from third, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Just a huge at bat right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Here's the pitch to Adames. Base hit into center field. Rushing, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
2 consecutive base hits.
On to pitch now for the Nationals, Edgardo Henriquez.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Here's a rocket out to left. And that's the third out. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. Well, there's a sign from the crew chief. We are officially in a rain delay as they'll put the tarp on the infield and hope this one passes quickly.
Well, the goal is to resume play within the hour, so that leaves these managers with a bit of a decision. And will they be able to keep their pitchers in the game or not? So we'll have to see on the other side, folks.
The flip to the pitcher covering, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Jeremy De La Rosa. Here comes the skipper.
For Toronto, number 61.
Off the mark there. 2-1. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. And there's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So up next, runner takes off, drilled in the air out towards right center. Varsho moving under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And now the right fielder. Runner takes off. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose A. Ferrer.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Grounds one to short. Tenna zips it across, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. This one high in the air to left center. De La Rosa snags it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And that's a fair ball. So a man at first. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. 2 outs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jimmy Garcia. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball. Digging in, Jose Tenna. Now a screamer into the outfield. Varsho pulls it in on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the third baseman. Addison. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Ernie Clement.
Well, looking for a little insurance here to start the 9th, Boog.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Off balance throw in time. And that is that. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Rooker sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. One down. He's 2 outs away. And here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch. Last chance for the Nats in this one. And now up for Washington, Kyle Manzardo. Gets him to chase after that one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that is the ball game.
He's up to triple digits with that save. 100 for his career now, and he's become an artist when it comes to closing out ball games.
And your final 3-1. Less than 2 miles south of the United States Capitol. Welcome to Nationals Park. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Washington Nationals. Well, Singy's trying to match the stellar performance by yesterday's starter. Looking forward to seeing what he's got today.
His teammate was lights out, Boog, in total command all game long. If he brings that same...
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So, almost ready to get underway. Our starter in this one, Mitchell Parker.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to...
This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Out to short. Slings to first. One out in the top of the first. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Man at second. Into the outfield, base hit. And it'll be first and third now after that miscue. Anthony Santander at the plate. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And the Jays score first. It's 1-0. He's in there.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Hit on the ground, might be two. Garcia to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Spencer Steer next up for the Blue Jays. Now move to first, and he dives back in safely. Drilled out towards left center field. That ball's carrying. And that's going to bang against the wall. Coming home. He will score.
Well done. Drives in the run. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Bottom half of inning number 1. And we're back. And on the mound in this one, Trey Savage. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings over the splitter for strike 3. New inning getting started. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Cooper Bowman next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Ernie Clement. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back in Washington, D.C. Bottom of the inning. And now the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. And the pitch. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. Next to hit for the Nats, Alex Call. And there's the ball. 2 outs, base is empty.
1 strike.
Late with the swing there.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him swinging. And he strikes out the top half of the 3rd inning. And the batter now, Willie Adames. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Ruiz hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Vladdy Jr. strikes out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
2 down, base is empty. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. And he swings through that one.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
On the ground to third. Zips it to first. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. On the ground, right side. Bowman sends it to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. Back to the top of the lineup, Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Line to left. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Swings and chases a low one there. Well, it was bumpy in the early going for the lefty, but he settled into a really nice groove. In the air, right field. Call makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Adam Frazier. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brings it in for the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're midway in the fourth. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Nationals nothing. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Left fielder, James Wood.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one carrying, and out of here. His 9th homer of the year. It's 3-1.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Kyle Manzardo, the next to hit. And a 1-2. Stays alive. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. De La Rosa brings it in with a nice running grab. Cooper Bowman digs in now. fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And he chases that one. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. There's a strike.
3-2.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. Liner, base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Coming home. He'll score. It appears Dave Martinez. Pitching change here, James Karinchak.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Now here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4. Here's a big power threat, Anthony Santander. Two outs. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Back here in Nationals Park, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Jeremy De La Rosa.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. So digging in, Alex Call. To the right side, boots it, still fires to first, and they get the out. Good recovery, wasn't easy following the misplay. Here's the third baseman. Ground ball up the middle, it's through for a hit, and that extends the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Now fly ball to right center. Frazier sizing this one up. And that is that. Top 6. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Headed towards the corner, and that's a foul ball. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Whips it to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. So up next, Spencer Steer.
For the Blue Jays, left fielder, Spencer Steer.
In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. So up next for Toronto, Adam Frazier. Up the middle. That's the third out. Nothing doing. Savage winds and deals. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Up now for Washington, James Wood.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
And now it's Juan Yepez. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back there. And it hits the fence. The throw into second. And that's a 2-out double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz.
2 strikes.
That one just misses. Yepes on its second with 2 down. In the air to left center. Steer makes the play, and the inning is over. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Trevor Stephan.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there makes the catch, gliding onto the warning track. Here's the second baseman, Cooper Bowman. On the ground right side. Throws to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Willie Adames stands in. Here's the pitch to Adames. In the air on the infield. Manzardo under it. And that is that. So no runs. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th. And now here is Kyle Manzardo. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And now up for Washington, Jeremy De La Rosa. Up the middle, Bowman. On to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Alex Call. Swing and a miss, struck him out on a splitter. 3 up. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. That one lined to the left field, and that's base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And the batter now, Anthony Santander. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Guerrero gets his lead at first, nobody out. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Feed to second, that's 1. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Nats 1. And we're back. Now the third baseman, number 56. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Varsho settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Swing and a miss.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's gone. He shoots one out to right. His 12th of the season, and they're chipping away. It's 5-2.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way.
Base is empty, 1 away. Next to hit for the Nats, Jose Tena. Fouls one off. 2-2. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That missed by a lot. And that's ball 3. outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
Now, James Wood. Manager out of the new pitcher now for the Jays, Zach Jackson.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. 2 down. Here's Juan Yepes. Tenna off of first with 2 away. Draws the walk there, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Keibert Ruiz now at the plate.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives us...
They get the force. They limit the damage here. 1 in the inning for the Nationals on the solo homer. It's now 5. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more. And timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Brent Rooker. 1 out. The base is empty for him. And he gets tied up right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Rooker checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. And he held back, according to Larry Bullard. On the ground, right side. Garcia. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they go. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there. They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. In there safely. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play.
No, Boog, it's not often you see a catcher of his caliber defensively lose the handle on a pitch like that, but it does happen to everyone at some point or another, especially with all the nasty stuff we see pitchers throwing up there these days. He won't be happy with himself about that, though.
So it's their last chance. Hit to right, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays win the last 2 to take the 3-game series. And your final score.